Fighting out of the blue corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Away. Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. A straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell's...
Let's get it started in round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
It's all offense all the time. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Oh, what a punch! Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that. On to the 5th we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
time they drop their guard, they get caught. Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. Let's start the 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That uppercut does not score. There's a counter shot. That left hook won't score. Just misses with that uppercut. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to... There's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. There's the bell to start round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice defense on that jab. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake.